We need to be perfect.
Yes. And Spain, 23-8.
Although I will say, Light has formed quite the treasure chest of credits. 7,500.
Yes. 7,500.
I don't know how he managed that.
He's got to buy this round.
Well, he
still.
did. He did kill like 3 people the round before and all that.
And he's got to buy this round.
Yes.
I believe the econ round, Light actually picked up a Vandal.
That might have been what happened. That makes more sense. And he just didn't die.
Yes. So impressive plays from our Bulldogs so far. Hopefully we can see them continue to carry this out.
And this is our map pick. This is why we're a little more...
Winning this map is more important.
We've been a little bit more stern talking about it because this is their map pick.
Haven is the map that, clearly a recent couple. Oh, that's a dangerous play by Prodigy. Will stand out in the open, but couldn't quite find a kill.
That was an interesting bot, too. Did you just see that? He put it through the water so if someone was peeking that hallway.
Prodigy doesn't want to give up the op shot and let them just walk on. Demoted will ult to absolutely deny A site. I mean, it doesn't infinitely deny it forever, but it does make it a lot more difficult to want to push that.
And this is a sneaky spot for Light, but this is a common spot, so they might sniff it out. This is a good play for Prod, too.
Prodigy absolutely playing for the bait here. Ayub will find the kill on Prodigy. They have no idea.
Oh, no.
Light has given himself away.
Oh, no.
Couldn't quite find it. That's not the situation you want to be in if you're Ayub. If you're the Bulldogs. Ayub will find the kill. Demoted will bring down How to Feed, but he'll get traded out by Python. The ultimate will come out from Killjoy on Sacramento State side, and they're left in a 3v2 with the advantage of that ultimate. It will give them so much space on site. And here we go. Elo waiting for this ultimate to run out before he swings in. He's got to be careful. This Jet could re-peek that corner. Elo cut quick sight on that Jet, but doesn't really want to just swing this blindly.
Yeah. It looks like Jackson's just going to take through pit, see if he can make anything happen.
See if we can find a pick here as Jackson laying down some shots lately. Been an absolutely dangerous player in this situation. Didn't quite get the swarm grenade off, it looked like. Jackson will find one. They got to continue spraying. Elo finds another.
Oh, no!
Jared will swing through and clean up the last 2. That's another round going to Sacramento State, but
so close.
12-7. The Bulldogs have to, at this point, flawlessly win the next 6 rounds.
That was just a series of unfortunate events.
It was.
I don't know if that was a miscommunication between Prod and Light, because Prod was just sitting there. And
I know. I have to wonder if Prod just assumed he would swing it, or if Light was trusting that he would get that second kill. But unfortunately, they could not quite swing through. And it was just fight after fight didn't seem to flow exactly as they wanted. And it's led to the Bulldogs having to be at this tough spot where they can't drop any more rounds.
Yeah, they got to win 5 in a row.
And like we were saying, this is the Bulldogs map pick. So if they lose at this point, it's very dangerous. The knives are going to come out. It's going to look for a really early pick. Can't quite find it. Python will bring down Prodigy, but Light will bring down 2. Feed and Python will both fall. It's a positive trade.
That'll breathe life into the team.
Yeah, finding 2 right like that is a phenomenal start, as they're going to set themselves up to be in a 4v3 now, and they forced them off of A site. They have to assume that they're going to rotate over to B, and now it's up to Demoted to see what he can do in terms of denying this rotation.
And nobody's on site either, so that's interesting.
Yeah, nobody on B, but he's denying mid right now. And that's one thing about Lotus or Pearl is that you've got to be very careful. Somebody has to keep control of mid. Rotating without mid takes infinitely longer than it does to rotate through mid. So Demoted doing a smart thing to keep an eye on mid there, but now he's allowed that plant, which could pose a problem for the Bulldogs.
For sure. That's a good wave, though.
Yeah, that's a really good wave. It'll buy some space. It denies that coverage. They can no longer watch. Wow, look at that wave.
Yeah.
Covers the entirety of that. He's going to put down that bulletproof shot. He's going to put it down. He's going to hope he can get it. He'll take the stun. If he can get half, it's worthwhile. He's going to go for the whole thing. Stands it down. Ayub will bring down Demoted. Elo will fall as well. Light's just going to... Oh, no. Again, just a series of unfortunate events. Couldn't quite buy the time for Elo that they needed. Couldn't quite get the defusal off, and that's going to be the first map going to the hands of Sacramento State. The Bulldogs a little shaken after that first loss on their map, but we weren't sure what we were going to see going into this, so now they've got a good grip on what they're going to be headed into. So Haven, what do you think we can look forward to moving on?
I mean, you're probably going to see all those stops put out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's do or die. And I know this is a horrible thing to say, but this is a very similar situation to the ITE game.
Yeah.
Where, we had our map pick first, and it
Right.
kind of just fell apart
I
in
agree.
front of our eyes.
And I have to hope that they
And I believe it was Haven the second map, too.
Mm-hmm. I believe so as well. And you have to hope that it won't be that same kind of situation.
No, I feel like, especially with Twiz there, he should keep them in
I
check.
think the positive mental will be left intact. And right there we can see Spain having a phenomenal... I mean, that's a dangerous player at that point. 24-9 is...
Yeah.
is just lethal. The highest combat score, outfragging the rest of his team. Prodigy and Jackson even catching up in that second half, according to the leaderboard, to catch up 14-16, 16-13, outfragging members of Sacramento State's team. It looks like at that point you have to wonder how much of it was Spain really putting the team on their back.
There were multiple rounds where he took over.
Single-handedly killed four people.
That was
and that's so
impeccable gameplay, honestly.
Yeah, and we're so used to seeing the Bulldogs do something like that themselves that
it hurts to see when it happens to them.
Yeah, seeing it happen the other way around is not as much fun. But in the meantime, everybody get comfortable. I know we stretched out a minute ago. In the meantime, I'm going to go grab some water. Everybody get some snacks for yourself. We've got another map or two to go. Get comfortable. We'll be right back. In the meantime, enjoy this video. We left in a 1v4, and it's not quite enough as Jackson will follow how to feed. The Bulldogs walking away from the second round, that econ round, with a disadvantage there. So 2-0 headed into the third round, and now we're going to see the first full buys from the Bulldogs. They're going to have Vandals, Phantoms, whatever they would like. That's not an operator. And we're going to see a similar broken buy coming from Sacramento State. That's that downside to securing that second round victory.
Yeah. And, I mean, these have been good holds from Sacramento State as well. I mean, they played that perfectly. They realized that they moved off of A, and they sent Viper up to try and get some information on, see if there's anybody mid. And I believe she made the call because their Killjoy did shift over to try and cover Art.
That Killjoy made a fantastic rotation there to find the kill. Python, once again, covering there. We'll find the headshot on Prodigy. There must just be enough that you can see, as that's the second time they've made a phenomenal shot. They're going to break down that harbor bubble. And the Bulldogs already at a 4v5. It's a tough start. Especially to see your duelist go down that early can make a round very difficult. So the Bulldogs off to a tough start this round, but 4-on-5, nothing is impossible. The Bulldogs have the spike in the hands of Elo. As Jackson will do what Sentinels do best. He's going to hold down that angle, keep an eye out, be that anchor the team needs right now. As Jared going to lurk right here. I don't think they're
not going to read this. Oh, they are.
Oh, but Spain, in the time that they're distracted, Spain finds 3 with a Vandal. And How to Feed will clean up Jackson on that last fight. So, wow.
That round was Spain without the
right, that round was
90-60.
Yeah. It looks like the Bulldogs are going for an econ round. After,
that makes
after
sense.
A tough round, you're going to go for that here. It's just going to be the better decision. You're going to all group together. They're going to move as a team, as a unit, and they're going to see if they can find that, find one kill for themselves. Prodigy trying to break the alarm bot before it can be seen, but it looks like if Elo walks in there, the vulnerability will hit. It's going to put him in a tough spot. Elo will find a kill on Ayub anyways. Phenomenal job. He finds a kill while still vulnerable is enormous. Python will find a kill on Light. They're on the flank there. Jared will find another one. Elo will go down. Bulldogs may decide to look for a rotate here, and they will. They're going to head down Link here and see what they can find over there at doors. Prodigy going to keep an eye out for the team here. Doesn't need to be a duelist and entry here as they already know it's clear. They've seen all 5 and they're headed over there. The Bulldogs still in the 3v4, but the real disadvantage comes from the weapon selection. The Bulldogs with mostly pistols and Python now there. The Bulldogs going to look for a post-plant play. Jackson's going to be able to put a swarm grenade on that, and it will buy them some time if he's alive when they start to defuse that.
This is basically just a reverse game now. They're on defense and they're on Sacramento State is on offense now, so I'll be interested to see how they try to solve this.
A really impressive read there by Devoted, almost finding one. Jackson will find a kill on Python. They traded out 2 against 3 now. Jackson and Demoted are the last 2 standing. He's got to pop that molly if he's going to go for it, and he doesn't quite find it. Spain will clean up 2 more. Spain has been a danger. Right now, the vulnerability is going to come out, and he's got to hope he can buy some time here.
Yeah,
Jackson going to run away from that one and unfortunately lose it. I have to say, in my opinion, I would have taken the op and just run.
Maybe.
You get to deny it from their hands once again, and you get to walk away with it for yourself. I don't think he was going to find a way to 1v4 that. But, again, I'm not the player, so I can't say that I know what's best. Python, once again, is going to have the operator in his hands after getting it dropped. But the Bulldogs now able to buy. Going to look to see if they can turn things around. 6-0 is not the start they wanted, but headed into the 7th round, we're going to see if the Bulldogs can turn things around.
And back on the op conversation, it might just be because they're not comfortable with opping on offense anymore, just with the changes of the map.
That's very true. I think more than anything, I would have seen it as an opportunity to deny them the op. At least make them pay for it again.
I think they did pay for it again. I don't think they got it.
Okay. Shame on me not paying enough attention. As they make their way over to B, the Bulldogs are going to look for an opportunity to turn the round around. Spain, keeping an eye down main. The operator is not on this site.
I was going to say,
yeah. Could see the jet knives come out if he. Oh, it's a dangerous spot to be if you're Prodigy. He knows somebody's in this back hallway. He's got to be careful where he swings it. They're going to find the first kill. Light will find one on how to feed. Finds another. Ayub will fall. Elo's the first to go down from the Bulldogs, but the Bulldogs are in for the first time. Once again, Demoted getting in the 1v1 with the operator there. Interesting decision. He's going to back up and rotate to play with the team. He's going to have to grab the spike on the way in. Spain will find 2. Elo and Prodigy both are going to fall. And the wall will come out. Jackson breaks the vulnerability bot. The nade will go off, but just going to buy himself some space here. Wow, what a time to be Jackson. Breaks some util just to get flashed as soon as he turns the corner. The spike is in the hands of Demoted, and Jackson and Demoted are left in a 2v5. This is a tough round for the Bulldogs, but they got themselves around. Their momentum can get rolling now. Jackson has his ultimate. Worst case scenario, what we could see is Demoted gets the spike down, and they double ultimate to win this.
I think they're just going to save is what it looks like.
Holding onto their guns, see what they can use for next round. I can say that's probably a smart play, and this much stability playing this slow is going to almost set the nerves on Sacramento State. Nobody wants to stand around for 25 seconds. Yeah. So surely they're going to imagine somebody could rotate somewhere and keep an eye out for him. Here we are. We're going to see the first rotation. It's going to flash.
They're going to know he's there.
They know somebody's there. That wall is going to come out. It's going to separate the Bulldogs. Demoted, keeping a tight eye on this. Looks like they're just going to let them save.
You can see their Viper is creeping out.
Yeah. We're going to see Spain sneaking up behind them here. The round will go to Sacramento State, but the Bulldogs are going to look to hold on to what they can. Demoted finds one.
That's huge.
That's a fantastic find. When you're looking to save at the end of a round like that, finding that extra, he's not in a good spot, and he'll pull those out to look for a kill here. As we see, Prodigy is gonna make his way. I wonder if they're gonna. The Toxin is gonna start to run out. Python once again positioned up there with that operator will miss the shot. That's gonna be the Harbor ultimate coming out from the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Good investment. Get him off site. Try and get a plant down.
And that ultimate is enormous as well. What a dash.
Interesting.
Makes his way up here. Finds one. Grabs himself a Vandal to take this fight. Knows that this operator is going to be dangerous. Look at this.
What a shot.
The crosshair placement from Prodigy is incredible. He finds
Immaculate.
one. He finds one when waiting through the smoke, has no vision of where that other person is, and manages to find the shot anyway. So Prodigy once again doing what we expect from him. The Bulldogs in a 5v3 right now. Prodigy's found a weapon where he had none. The flash going to go up top to heaven. They know somebody's there. He's got to be careful. Doesn't want to be the one to get picked off here.
Good move to try and get out of there.
The spike is down. They don't have to fight anything they don't want to. So here we're going to see, a little bit of a missed shot there from Prodigy. He will go down. Feed will find the first kill for themselves, but Jared's going to find one as well. We'll get traded out. Light will find the kill on Feed, and that's enough for the Bulldogs to take another round in their favor. 7-2 headed into the 10th round. Not, like we said earlier, not the start we wanted, but now they've got the ball rolling.
Yes.
This is what we like to see from our Bulldogs. Just need to get that little bit of a momentum under their feet, the wind going, the train car. I mean, that's a smart play.
Yeah.
And Spain has very clearly proven already that they are here to play.
Yes.
13-3 is a phenomenal showcase so far. So the Bulldogs looking to see what they can do. Python really early aggressive play here.
I think he's trying to get the orb.
Maybe trying to find the orb, but I don't know. They've found enough value on Python so far that I'd be surprised if they were willing to risk one.
Yeah.
Part of getting a lead like this when you're Sacramento State or when the Bulldogs do it as well is you have to not get carried away. You don't want to start making sloppy plays just because you think you're ahead.
Yeah.
Playing that consistent, good gameplay is what wins games. Killjoy Ultimate's going to come out from Jackson. That will detain everybody in that area, so it forces some space for the Bulldogs, but unfortunately it looks like it might just not be far enough to catch anyone. Python playing just outside
look at this.
range. The double ultimate, Prodigy will find a kill on Ayub. Nobody detained by the ultimate, but Flashbang will go off. They're going to look for another. They know one is there. Python will find one on Demoted, but Python gets traded out by Prod. It's a 3v4. The Bulldogs have the upper hand. Jared is going to be fighting here. He's going to get flashed. It's enough for Prodigy to swing. And welcome back again after an unfortunate first round for the Bulldogs. They're looking to turn things around here on the map that was not their pick, but actually will be Sacramento State's pick. So hopefully they can turn things around here. I know we're getting the R's from both teams, so we're going to be heading in momentarily into the agent selection, and there it is.
On cue.
All right, on cue.
I expect
Viper.
Yeah, that's
we see
new.
it sometimes. We don't often see it, though. We usually see the Omen.
Yeah.
Oh. That would be a change of pace.
Brimstone is new.
Elo has been playing a lot. Usually they run double Initiator. on this map, but I have to wonder if something has maybe changed. It could be double initiate control. Oh, this could. Okay, there's a lot of interesting hovers coming out from both teams right now.
Yeah.
Brimstone is not one we typically see Elo on.
Yeah,
I mean, at all, but especially also on double controller on this map could be a really interesting play, as well as we are going to see the double controller coming out from Sacramento State as they pick Omen and Astra. So Sova also being locked in. Jet and Killjoy, pretty overall good characters right now.
I mean,
to see.
those are basically automatics.
And Light
usually.
on that Sky. So not too surprising to see that locked in from the Bulldogs. I imagine Prodigy may be sticking with the Jet here, but the double controller from the Bulldogs is not what we often see. We usually see...
We saw it once.
On this map?
Yes.
Yes, it was when they were running the chamber comp still.
No, it was after. It was the Indiana University game.
Yes, but when the first time they ran it was with that chamber.
Oh, okay.
They didn't run any duelists. They had 2 controllers, 2 initiators, no duelist.
Yeah, I think
It was a very bizarre comp.
Yeah.
But, it worked for them for a little while. It stopped working shortly after, and it looks like this could be the comp we're sticking with.
It does look like that's the comp we're sticking with.
I see a little laugh coming from Elo on the camera, so I imagine he must be laughing at the fact that he probably is aware we're not expecting this one.
Yeah, probably.
But double controllers again. This is going to be another hectic game. It could be expecting some maybe post-plant play here between Killjoy, Viper, and Brimstone. There's definitely some mollies and everything to look at.
This is actually interesting. I thought we would be on defense this time.
Attack gives you... I know often we see the Bulldogs, they don't particularly like attacking second on this map, I think. We see them defend first also often.
Well, no, I just thought because it's their map pick, we defend first, but I guess that's not how it works.
It's up to you. It's your choice.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think it's up to you.
I mean, this is probably a smart thing to do. Get it out of the way.
Yeah, and especially the Bulldogs ending... they made a little bit of a comeback towards the end of that first map, and so they could want to keep that momentum rolling, keep the ball rolling under their feet, and just keep riding that wave out and see how well they can do here. And so we're going to see a pretty normal
This is
buy.
heavy A aggression from Sacramento State.
Yeah, 4 on A is almost like you're playing an econ round and looking for a kill.
I mean, I guess they're just like assuming that I wonder if they've seen VOD and they've like knows we go there first every time.
Well, and I can't say that that's that's a smart play to adjust to what you think your enemies will do, but the Bulldogs are gonna just. I mean, they're just going to make sure that they're keeping it different. They're going to cover each other there, break down that vulnerability bot, and actually, wow, demoted. Going to calm that there's 4 there, and it's going to allow the Bulldogs to get the spike down. It's planted already. 1 down from the Bulldogs, but... Oh, my God! Jackson finding 3!
That's insane.
He's unreal that he cleans up 3 there. Alt fires of the Classic are filthy.
Yeah.
And look, and I saw in the corner Jackson doing a fist pump in the air. Phenomenal play there. Holy smokes. Sets the Bulldogs up for the success, but How to Feed not quite giving up on this one yet. He's going to find himself 3 and looking for a 4th. Light will shut it down. They're going to clean up the round. Elo will find the 5th one. The Bulldogs taking a pistol round for themselves, sweeping them off their feet. What a phenomenal play by Jackson there. As he picks up 3. Look at him. Jackson peeking up in the corner.
Jackson definitely saved that round there because that was looking very grim with that 3 from the back.
Yeah, that was it was looking dangerous as they were going to be able to sweep onto that site all on their own. And as a matter of fact, the Bulldogs managed to clean that one up. Jackson, I mean, a lethal weapon of the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Incredible. So now 1 up on this round. The Bulldogs, again, highlighted in the red and highlighted in the blue will be Sacramento for the time being. I mean, that was a way to start the round. You want to talk about keeping the ball rolling under your feet? That's a way to do it. Sacramento probably a little shaken up from a play like that.
And
that's
they've
a classic
completely
down
changed how they've
they're absolutely split. No longer 4 on one site and 1 on another, but instead playing for a very aggressive play here. It looks like that's going to be a dart that Sova could throw late. I'm not too sure here. But Spain going to be in a tough spot. Oh, what a play. It's actually a really impressive bait.
Yeah.
Sova going to bait them to turn around, and as soon as you turn, Spain will peek that. He finds 2, actually. Jackson will also fall, as well did Prodigy. They find a kill on Ayub, but isn't going to be enough here. As Python will fall to Elo.
And
wow, did you see Demoted just...
They might rotate this to B or go all the way through to A.
Demoted just B-hopped his way up those stairs like it was nothing. Yeah, Astra is the last one standing.
With it. Oh, nice.
You get in a fight there. Light will bring down Spain. The Bulldogs now in the upper hand in a 3v2. Astra and
This is a
Killjoy,
great
the only
play.
two left standing. Elo can throw up that second set of smokes because the one wasn't enough from the Viper.
30 seconds
I honestly
left.
thought they were going to more so move to A, but I don't mind this either. This is probably fine.
Going to B, it allows them to kind of clear both sides. They know they have it smoked off already. They already put the smokes down. There's no point in just abandoning them.
Yeah.
Make your abilities count. And Elo still has one more smoke and the stim beacon. That stim beacon can be game changing when it comes to making a peek here. So right now we see Demoted keeping an eye on that flank. Doesn't want to let anybody come in from that A site area.
And that could be a problem, too.
They're both coming in from grass right now. Yeah, it's going to make it very difficult to push in here. They're going to spray it down. Couldn't quite find a shot. Elo will find a beautiful placement on that. Find another four for Elo that round. What a phenomenal play. Finds 4. And, that was just... that was phenomenal placement. Peeks that corner. As soon as they look around that corner, just bam, Elo finds the kill.
The only reason I said that could have been a problem is because, if he's focused on them and then they just rush in and they're able to kill 1 or 2, then that makes it hard for us to try and hold that.
Right. And Elo doing it as an IGL, leading by example right now.
Yeah.
5-0 is,
Great start.
that's just dangerous. He's single-handedly gotten a kill on
New
everybody on the team at this
Brimstone
point.
insta-lock?
I know. Well, and Elo recently has been playing in a lot of ranked, made his way up to Immortal 3. Or Immortal 2 or 3. 3.
It was 3.
3 momentarily, and I think a lot of it was playing Brimstone. So he's been enjoying that lately.
Looks like they're clearing sewer right now. Don't see anything. So that should be good to start moving through sewer and try and set up a play to execute on site.
Yeah, the Bulldog's going to move up from sewer here. Demoted, going to break down that Killjoy alarm bot, and actually the Bulldogs may decide to rotate on that. Scare them off. They've given away their location at this point. It may be smarter to just give up. And that's sure enough. The smoke is going to come out from Omen. And the Bulldogs are going to abandon that site. Or at least they're going to do this. And this is what we see on Haven all so often is Demoted is going to hang out there, wait for somebody to rotate behind them, and look for that kill. The rest of the Bulldogs have easily located elsewhere at this point. But Demoted is still hanging out. I hate to say it, but he's playing like a rat in those sewers.
I don't mind it. What I was going to say is they didn't seem like anybody bought. Oh, they did see it, and that bullet might cause some turmoil.
Could create an issue as he's going to dashes in. Prodigy is going to get blinded, makes it very difficult to peek much as Light will go down to how to feed. It's going to make it difficult. Ayub will bring down Elo. Ayub will find another. Prodigy will fall. The Bulldogs are left in a 5v2, and this is not what they were looking to see, but 2-0, and they get to hold on to those guns in that second round. They still have the gun disadvantage here. Spectres and Bulldogs all around, so whatever they find at this point is a positive round for them because they may go 2-1. Jackson will bring down how to feed with a ghost. Spain brings down Demoted, but it's going to be tough for Jackson.
Out of ammo.
Yeah, going to be tough for Jackson to find any more. Finding one with a ghost is pretty good value there in terms of Jackson's play, but
this is pretty standard too. This is usually what happens. I didn't realize that Elo bought there.
Yeah, it must have. I'm not really sure. Interesting decision though. I think he may have had enough for the Vandal the first round actually.
Yeah, I think that's
had
what
to rebuy abilities. So part of what they were doing there in terms of that economic strategy is they buy that second round, buy out, and so they ensure that they'll win that second round. But in exchange, you can't buy the next round, and that can be risky because if you lose the second round, you're kind of in deficit for a little longer. But
it's pretty standard for all teams to do this, though.
That Astra Dart was that Astra Dart combo was pretty well placed.
Yeah.
You throw a dart and you Astra them into a certain location. It definitely ensures that you can find some intel. But
this is some heavy aggression too out of Ferris here.
Yeah, Prodigy's going to push up here, look to see what he can find, and the turret will be placed on top of that hill. They'll bring it down. That's going to be the first sign of entry from the Bulldogs. Elo has used his stim beacon, and Spain is actually on the flank. The Bulldogs are going to look like they're going to.
Does look like
they're just going to allow all that utility to be used for both sides, and they're just going to leave.
Not a bad move.
I don't know if they'll read that Spain is going to be on that flank there, though. Omen, absolutely on the opposite end of this map, and still a danger. The Bulldogs here looking for anything they can find. Early pick would be great. Spain going to give that intel for their team and proceed to leave. Doesn't want to really provide any more risk for himself.
Yeah, I mean, basically they're just playing default now, just waiting for a pick and deciding where they go from there.
Right.
But they also have to watch the clock. There's only 30 seconds left, so you got to choose somewhere fast.
Left.
30 seconds, and it's really just 26, because at that point you've got to get 4 seconds to get the spike down. The Bulldogs need to get set up somewhere and fast. They've moved back to A, and Prodigy needs to clear above them. Oh, finds one. IUB was trying to dodge a flash. Jared will also fall. That's enough for the Bulldogs to find themselves a plant here. Prodigy low on health, but the Bulldogs 5 on 3. A great advantage for them here. And Elo, not having to buy, bought himself that light shield and now has enough for a full weapon.
I'm sorry, that was just funny. Him just
he was facing
staring at the wall.
Staring at the wall, trying to dodge a flash, and instead they went without the flash. How to feed Spain. Going to find 2-3 for themselves. Jackson will shut down How to feed, and that's enough for the Bulldogs to be left in a 2v1. Jackson, Light, last two standing. Spain will find one, but gets traded out by Light, and that's what we were talking about earlier, making sure you're watching each other.
Honestly, that's probably not how they wanted that to go either, because now you've lost a lot of eco.
Right.
But you did win the round, so
you win the round, which is good in terms of momentum, but it's a little difficult to be super thrilled about winning that round when it's at the cost of all of your weapons.
And actually, yeah, I was going to say, I mean, this is going to be very similar buys to both of them. So
yeah, this is going to be a very close round. It's crucial for either team to win this. So the Bulldogs winning this would give them the upper hand to keep this momentum going, keep this train on the tracks to be headed in the direction that they are. Yeah. But on the flip side, if Sacramento State can find a way to turn this round around, they really create an issue for themselves or an issue for the Bulldogs of crippling that econ that the Bulldogs had. And the advantage falls away, and they rapidly just build up rounds and that momentum in their favor.
Yeah, because if they win that round, it's 2-3, and then we're going to have to save again, so then it's 3-3. And then you're at a tied game, and then all that momentum you had is gone immediately.
Yeah, it's been really tough to watch, especially I don't want to reminisce on it too much, but watching last map, actually, it was a little bit painful because the Bulldogs we typically see have so much energy and life on that map. We see fist bumps, celebrations after every other round because they're doing so well. And so seeing that go against them, I think, has lit a fire under their feet here to win this Haven map.
They're playing this very well right now.
3-1 is a phenomenal start. They're on comfort picks all around. Viper, Jet, Sky, Killjoy, Brim. I know is a comfort pick for Elo that we don't see all that often.
Yeah, I haven't seen this yet. So.
I mean, think about the post plant potential you have here. You have that ultimate. Is just it's so much denial. We've seen it once or twice on maps like Fracture actually earlier in the year. I remember we would see the Jet dash into the beam. So a lot of potential here from the Bulldogs, and we're going to look to see what they can do as Light will dog onto A here. Finding the intel. Look at that. You see the dog movement.
Killjoy was actually being very aggressive.
Oh,
there.
Jackson, don't do it to him. Spain not even getting a chance to play as Jackson finds another first blood for the team there.
You see Jared's kind of isolated now. He can't cross because he knows we're there.
Yeah,
so he's kind of just stuck now.
Jared's left in a tough spot, and the Bulldogs now well aware that they've got a lot of advantages on all the sites. Everything but B is open for their taking. Jet has pushed up. It looks like Prodigy happy to be the bait there. Python will find a kill on Demoted, but Jared will fall. It's going to be a 4v3, 4v2 as Jackson finds another. Python getting shut down, and they're going to look to take Heaven. That's going to be Astra is going to be up in Heaven. Ayub looks like he was down rotating from the other side of the map, and that smoke, that's so important about having controllers on this map, is denying that Heaven angle. I think a part of playing Viper is they have to run that second smoke for more denial.
And they are reading this too, so nice kill from Jackson.
Brings down Ayub 3 for him this round. I mean, he's just a danger to society when he's playing like this.
He hit that nice shot on
Spain
to open up the round, and then really just took the site by himself, honestly.
Well, and it's like we were saying earlier, part of him playing Sentinel is that he's watching and he's really punishing others' mistakes a lot when they overextend, peak something they shouldn't, and that's exactly what that was. Spain pushed up for a really aggressive play.
Yeah. And I would like to correct myself. He did not take the site by himself. He killed that Jet. I thought he took site. That was my bad.
Yeah, but again, Jackson 8-4. He's here to play.
Yes.
And for those of you who saw the interview earlier, he ended that with he perfectly phrased it. I mean, as we expect from Jackson.
Yeah.
He's him.
Yeah.
There's nobody we expect more to just be him when it comes to winning a round, and Jackson is by all means showing us that today. 8-4 is. I mean, from a Sentinel is crazy.
And he's one that can really light a fire under these players. So that's also good to see that he's performing.
Right. Jackson is a very home part of this team. Without Jackson, this team would not be as whole as it is.
Yeah.
And so I think having I mean, that's just not right.
That was
Elo
a
and Prodigy just the firing squad just taking over the point. And they're going to entry, and now there's nothing that you can do if you're Sacramento State. That's 2 kills right off the bat. That's extra kills in terms of money, and they've got the spike planted. They're on site. They've got smokes where they want them. This is the coordination we expected to see from our Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, this was
smokes
perfect.
Down, 3 people spraying up the main. They dash in, they take the point, and it's their advantage. They have the upper hand now.
They've
Jared.
definitely gotten better at their executes on this map for sure.
Absolutely. Jared getting sprayed out by Light. Light will find the kill. Jared will go down. Low on health here. Going to back up and let... looks like Prodigy is going to take this fight. Is that a Marshall?
Yeah, it is.
It is a Marshall, and it's not going to be enough as they're going to walk into where Prodigy is. This is Prodigy's home. He runs things around here as Jackson
He's
finds
gonna
one,
hunt too.
brings down Python. Prodigy. I mean, there's a dog on the loose. He's coming for an Astra. He's looking. Oh, no. Couldn't quite find
I mean,
it.
that's kind of hard to... I mean, they're pre-aimed on that, so it's
Exactly.
not shocking.
It's a disadvantage fight to take, but, I mean, again, how to feed... Here's the thing. How to feed is top fragging for the team, but it becomes almost you become a liability. If you're the last one alive every round, you have to wonder how much of it is, are you being proactive enough for your team?
Yeah.
And I think right now How to Feed has to maybe reassess that in terms of playing for his team right now, because it's been very difficult. 2 rounds in a row now. He's been the last one standing. Sure, he's held on to that money and he's been able to buy for his team now, but you have to wonder how much of that is worth it if they're getting 2 rounds off on you. 5-1 headed into the 7th round is exactly where the Bulldogs want to be for this, and Sacramento State is having a hard time showing any of the life that we saw from them on Pearl.
Yeah.
Prodigy going to be the first one to enter on site here. Ayub will be watching it, but the smoke will come out from Demoted to buy him some space and some extra angles to clear here. It might make it a little more difficult to do things. The Omen Smoke has covered window. The Sky ult will come out, allowing them to push on. Light knows there's people there. The stun will come out. Light can get sprayed out. Goes for the placement. What shot? Oh, shock darts are coming out. Not something I've used to see.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was.
We don't see a lot of
confused.
Sova. So not a lot of Sova is going to be why we're not used to that. But hey, they've got the spike down. They've got angles to cover it now. I think they've still got that Brimstone ultimate as well. And I think they're saving that almost for a rainy day. Why use it if you don't have to? It's so expensive. But How to Feed will bring down Prodigy. Spain will find one on Light. The Bulldogs now at the disadvantage in the 3v4. Jackson brings down one with the Mollies. Goes to throw another. Can't quite find it. Ayub will bring down Jackson. Bulldogs left in a 2v4. We're going to look to see probably that Brimstone ultimate here. Demoted brings down Ayub. They're not holding it down. Demoted will bring down Killjoy. Python left in a dangerous spot because of Demoted. Brings him down, though. 1v2, but should buy enough time here. Should be able to buy some time.
I don't think that's going to kill him. Oh, it is.
And it does. Elo buys just enough time. This is that post-plant
Oh,
tactic.
and he died. That's huge.
This post-plant tactic is so dangerous. He goes down, but doesn't even matter because the Molotov will just find the kill.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if he got that off
the
in time,
dash out, maybe,
yeah.
right? It looks like the spike.
Because it looked like they were already on the plant site, and did they half it or no?
I don't know. I think they had halved it, but I don't think it was. I think the Molly. He may have maybe hopped off it for a second when the Molly landed.
That's what. Okay, I was like, they should have this because I don't think that Molly came in fast enough. But
yeah, absolutely.
Nonetheless, great hold by Elo and company.
And that was the perfect example of what. Oh, here's what we see it again. Bulldogs rushing onto C. And this is really an effective way to take this site. Oh, Jared walking in, finds 2 there. Prodigy and Light both fall. Elo finds a trade, but Ayub will shut down Elo. It's a 2v4. The Bulldogs are at a tough spot, and the spike is down. Jackson doesn't care. He walks in, takes another one. Ayub, the first man to fall, as they're going to ult, and they're going to look to hold this site. Jackson and Demoted, the last 2 standing. We're going to see the alarm bot's going to go off, so the Bulldogs know what to do. Jackson's going to go for the plant here as Demoted will cover him. The spike needs to get down, and it is. Python right there. Jackson has no idea. Spain will spray through the smoke and gets Jackson. Demoted, last man standing, just needs to cover.
Oh, that's unlucky. That's
just really unfortunate timing there. Python will shut down Demoted, and that's going to be the first round we've seen in a while going to Sacramento State. Bulldogs up 6-2, headed into the 9th round now.
This is no time to take your foot off the gas either, because I mean, they can still just tie this
absolutely
half, and then you're back to. And I like this timeout too.
And this timeout is good. The Bulldogs had a rough round that they barely won into a round that they lost, and I think Twiz wants to take a moment, brush the dust off the shoulders, remind them that they're still the dogs in this house.
Yeah, and I feel like that was a miscue on that last execute. I don't think Killjoy should have got 2 there. I definitely think they should have been able to take that.
I think they both swung it. The dash might have just been misaligned a little, and sometimes that happens. Even in pro play, we see things like that happen all the time. So the Bulldogs having a tough time recovering from that one there, but 6-2 is by all means a much better start than we had on their map. So, and especially for what we expect on Haven, I feel like we almost feel like we lied to the viewers here because we've said that Pearl is this map where we dominate, and Haven is this map we struggle on, and here we're seeing Pearl is
roles
this map
reversed.
we got dominated on, and Haven, they're having a great start. So you're right, absolutely. They need to keep their foot on the pedal here to keep this, keep the car rolling where they want it to go.
Because the minute you take it off, that's when rounds start to build and economy starts to die, and then you're back to where you were.
And that's what we saw last round on Pearl. The Bulldogs got a couple rounds rolling, and all of a sudden we weren't seeing the same Sacramento State. And I think a little bit of what we're seeing here is that same thing. The Bulldogs showed they showed their bark and their bite from what they have, and so now Sacramento State is a little more cautious. They're having to respect Jackson a little more. A couple times they were, really just pushing past him almost, and Jackson now putting on a show.
Yeah.
Demoted, going to throw another lineup. These smokes have been incredible. This is something so useful with having somebody this good at Viper on your team.
Yeah.
And they're going
Pays to have that many hours.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're going to see him.
And they're going to bring it down. Prodigy will bring down Ayub, and they're going to smoke it off. That's enough for the Bulldogs to call it a good round. Defender Killjoy means that they're going to have popped that ultimate to buy some space here. Oh.
I don't think you realize, but they have bomb on A already.
Spain and how to feed, yeah. Going to find 2. Prodigy will bring down Spain in the trade, but Jackson, demoted, once again getting the spike down.
That was perfect. I mean, it's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Oh, he's not going to read him.
Demoted. This is what we were talking about. Needs to clear all the angles when you go around. And Jackson, not phased, will find another, even it out. It's a 2v2 here. Jackson and Prodigy, the last 2 left standing, into Killjoy and Jet as well. And now the Bulldogs have their own Killjoy ultimate to pop here and give themselves that upper hand.
Yeah, and that kills 10 seconds, so.
That's 10 seconds off the spike time, and as well as it takes some time to get back to the spike, so it really is so much time bought here for the team, as they're going to catch one. This Killjoy is left in a vulnerable spot. He didn't quite see it. No. Won't be able to get that off, but finds one. It's just a Killjoy here. Just needs to buy some time. Doesn't want to die here too early. Needs to buy some space for his team. As Prodigy finds 4 with a filthy shot.
That's nasty.
That's crosshair placement for you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is why you always practice with your aim labs. Yeah, he's not a Mortal 3. He's not the professional dog on our team for nothing. That was a filthy shot to find 4 on the round.
Yeah. It didn't even feel like he found 4,
It's just, and he just
everything happened so fast.
Right, and it's just, look at that. He's got a bankroll in his back pocket, 5,100, and the whole team is already bought.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to hold on to anything else. He's just fragging.
I mean, I almost forget that he was on C and then transitioned over to B, but they were already on there that it felt like he had been there the whole time.
And that was well played by Jackson. I think it's unfortunate he didn't quite know where that Killjoy was that he detained them.
Yeah.
But regardless, it was just a great round by the Bulldogs. 7-2 as they head into this 10th round. This is where you want to be as you're starting to get to the end of this half. And here we go. The Bulldogs looking for the first pick once again. And Python holding up top inside. Is that a Bucky?
And once again, they're getting very, antsy, and they're over-rotating. And that's something that we could take advantage of.
Can I, momentarily, can I get a look at the scoreboard after this? It's not a Bucky. It's a...
Stinger? Is that what I saw? I don't know.
I think so. It didn't look like a stinger through the wall. Spain.
They're not going to read this. I don't
this
think
is
they're
a
going to read
dangerous
this.
spot. Oh, the flash. And they bring him down.
What a read.
They've had enough of Spain's antics today.
Yeah.
Somebody take the S off of his name. He is in pain after that one.
Yeah,
that is not how they want to be playing that. And that's going to be the first blood for the Bulldogs as they look to take this site. Now they're on A. Elo's getting the spike down. They've got it smoked off where they need it. And look at Light. Look at how well this is played. I know that dart's going to land right there.
I mean, it did get him.
It got a ping, but I mean...
That's scary.
Oh.
And they know he's there. That's smart. Good to move for the other side. That's great smoke, too.
Smokes it off. Buys himself some space here. They're going to walk in. It's just a firing squad. Demoted brings down 1. Prodigy and finds himself 2 more. Demoted and Light get traded out. Prodigy will fall, but Elo cleans up the round. The Bulldogs walk away. Jackson and Elo still standing as they finish off the round 8-2. Headed into the 11th round. The half is almost over.
They
and
can't
we're
buy
seeing
again.
Signs of life from the Bulldogs that we were not seeing on Pearl.
Yeah.
This is air back in the lungs of every Ferris esports fan out there.
This is going to have to be another save for them, or at least a light buy. Yeah,
yeah, they don't have enough to buy here, and the thing is,
forcing?
That's an interesting. I mean,
they
may have.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's a force, but that's
that's a force.
More than they
if
should.
If you're leaving yourself with 50
guess,
credits and 800, you don't have enough to buy next round. You're forcing yourself to force 2 rounds in a row.
Some force. Some
it's like a half buy.
Yeah.
These are going to be broken buys both rounds.
Yeah.
It won't be Vandals all around as Demoted brings down Jared right off the bat. That's first blood for the Bulldogs. 5 against 4. The Bulldogs are not having it.
And they're just going to get aggressive. I don't know. Oh, that's a scary sight.
How to Feed and Ayub will both be on C as the Bulldogs are going to rotate into grass. And look what they can find here. Spain holding right there. Will he find one? Can't quite. Prodigy will bring him down again. Python posing a threat here. Finds one, but gets
Nice
brought
trade.
down by Prodigy. It's a trade out. 4 against 2 here. The Bulldogs have the advantage. Oh, bad timing there. How to Feed will bring down Jackson. 3 against 2 still. They have the advantage. They're going to look to get the spike planted here. And this is a great spot. Look at that position where you get to do so much. You can cover it from 3 different angles, and they get to position themselves to absolutely deny this entire point.
And this is a good play from Sacramento. They're just going to grab guns, and they're going to try to hit it, or they're just going to hold.
I think that's what they're trying to do this round. I don't think they're going to try and win this. I don't think they want to try and turn this one.
No, they're pushing it.
Yeah, they're going to dart that. See if they can find any intel on where they are. Ayub and How to Feed.
We do have all too, so if we want to use it. So.
Yep, Ayub, How to Feed, both going to push that, but that's going to be the smoke. It's going to be enough for the Bulldogs to buy some space. They've got themselves lined up on that, and that's enough for Prodigy. Finds himself a third. Can he get himself a 4-piece on the meal? Prodigy finds himself a 4-piece chicken wing, brings down Ayub.
Had the aim ready and everything, and he still lost. That's
incredible.
Insane. It just shows how insane Prod is. I don't know why I said
Prodigy has been.
He's a predator.
Look at
he is a predator.
Prodigy has quite literally risen up the scoreboard. He was bottom. He was next to last on the frag list a moment ago, and now he's up there, 13-8. Prodigy not playing around anymore, here to play the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he is a predator. Maybe he is. I mean, he's just hunting everybody.
Right, hunting everyone down, absolutely turning Sacramento State into the prey.
I mean, you've seen Alien vs. Predator, right? Those guys are, like, insane.
Yeah. Jackson, what is that?
And Jackson's just him, so.
Yeah, and Jackson, yeah. Prodigy is a prodigy, but Jackson is just him. Jared, once again, going to be holding Evan. Jackson finds himself a second. This is. I'm having deja vu to the Bandwidth Bowl when Jackson aced. This is a phenomenal play so far. Jackson has found himself 2. Both crisp, clean headshots. Crosshair placement is crucial. Prodigy playing inside the smoke. There's someone to walk in, and Prodigy. Jared wasn't even looking.
I mean, that was perfect. I mean, read that.
How to Feed, going to swing this corner. Jackson looking to